What's up, everybody? Sorry about the iPhone filming here, but wanted to give you a quick update. The Tesla installer is actually here today. He was going to check out a couple of things about where he's going to pull wires for an install tomorrow, but turns out he's starting today. So I'm going to start taking a bunch of footage, which will probably take me a while to process, and I'll get that up later. But in the meantime, wanted to give you an update on my change to the new panel and what was supposed to be a discount. A little bit of a bait and switch and some marketing from Tesla on that. The long of the short of it is, yeah, the panels are cheaper, but you end up losing some of the discounts on the medium and large solar and Powerwall projects. So while I'm a little bit better, it's definitely not the 20% on the solar that they advertise or that I've seen kind of on places like Electric. It's more about $500, but I'm ending up with the new panels, which is really what matters. That 10% efficiency is going to go a long way for me. So before I get into the numbers on what changed for my new pricing, just real quick on a couple of things I learned already. First things first, we're figuring out how to run a second very large gauge power cable, basically the same as those, all together into my equipment room. This is something that if you've seen my previous videos that you'll know I've been going back and forth with Tesla. They said you're not going to have to run one of those. Well, I found out yesterday from the installer when he called that we likely would. He's down cutting some exploratory holes in the ceiling right now to see how easy it's going to be able to pull. But a little bit frustrating, but I think that Tesla's going to cover the cost. We'll find out, and I'll let you know. The other thing that I learned is that I'm going to be able to get the new Tesla Gateway 2. So it's going to go roughly right here. It's the fancy new gateway that looks like a Powerwall. And then the second thing that's going to go in this area as well is a big gray disconnect switch. So not the best looking things, but already got some gray boxes here anyway. All right, and the other thing that I learned was I thought the power walls were going to go here and I could keep some storage, but actually they're going to put the two inverters inside as well. So pretty cool that they don't have to be outside on the exterior of the house. Quick update on where they're going to cut some holes. So that's the equipment room over there, and you just cut the power on me. That's where the power line is, way over there. This thing is basically the easiest gap to get across the house, so that's what we're going to use. Again, this is one of those things. Hey Tesla, I asked the question, you told me it was okay, but let's cut and hope you pay for the fix. So here are the numbers and why I think there was a little bit of a bait and switch in the new panel announcement and the pricing adjustments. On the left-hand side here, you've got the old system, and my initially agreed pricing was Tesla. When I called, a week ago when the new stuff was announced, they gave me new pricing initially and quickly retracted it, which is why on the right you see something called V3. That's version 3 of the pricing, which I finally agreed to. As you can see here, a lot of the numbers moved. I'm not sure why some moved, why some didn't move, but things to highlight here. So while I thought there would be a 20% discount on just the panels, I didn't think it would be the whole system, but I did think it would be so on the panels. There was a discount. It seemed to be on the hardware and, plus or minus 20%, but then they seem to recapture that discount on the installation. And what I was told on the phone is basically they shrunk the discount, though it's not showing up in my discount line, for the medium and large systems to account for flattening out the price, I guess is what they called it. Anyway, if you're getting a small system, this is great for you. The medium and large system people expect the pricing not to change too much. Overall, I'm about $500 cheaper, which I can't complain about. The other thing, which was a little bit of marketing, fluff, was they are saying these panels are about 10% more efficient. Based on the numbers they gave me, it is about 8% more efficient, and then when you get to actual production levels, I'm running just under 5%, at least in their forecast. So, it's better, and I'm not going to complain, and it's cheaper, and I'm not going to complain, but the marketing's probably not quite aligned with reality. Overall, where we ended up is if you're looking at just solar, payback time is roughly 8.5 years. If you're looking at the entire system, it's 18. But if you kind of trade off what would be a generator cost, not including fuel, then it's 13.5. Still happy with this payback period. And frankly, as I went through the numbers, I switched from a 20-year financing to a 10-year because I figured why pay the extra interest. Hit the pause button in the next 3 seconds if you want to dig into the numbers a little further. All right, so they're all set for their install tomorrow. They got the master cutoff up, they've got the gateway up. Everything else is going inside, so super excited that that's basically all that's going to be on the outside of the house that you can see, except for the panels on the roof. But I will keep you guys updated in the series. And if you want to see what's behind this panel, except for that cutoff, stay tuned. I will show the details of that in the future videos. Thanks again for watching.